Assalamu alaikum. Starting with the holy name of Almighty Allah. Uh, Today's class is regarding the different approaches of grammar, that is prescriptive grammar, descriptive grammar, and communicative grammar. For your information, communicative grammar is actually a bridge between these two approaches, that is prescriptive grammar and descriptive grammar. So coming towards prescriptive grammar, it is an approach towards grammar that focuses on the rules and correctness. Like the whole focus of the speaker is on the rules of the grammar and correctness of the grammar, that includes the spellings, the structure, as well as the syntax. And it also tells us how language should be used according to the standard grammar. It means that in prescriptive grammar, we are strict to the standard grammar and we are bound to use this standard grammar in our communication, in our sentences, and even in our writing. We are following the standard grammar. For example, we have an example that is, he and I went there is correct, while me and him went there is incorrect. So analyzing both the sentences, he and I went there, it means like the interpretation of this sentence is same as of me and him went there. So the meanings, like if we derive from these sentences, would be the same, but the problem is with their grammar or a grammatical structure. Like the me is, you can say that is making somehow difference. So in prescriptive grammar, we always focus on correct grammar usage and correct sentences semantically and even syntactically. So in both the sentences, the first sentence, he and I went there, is considered to be following the standard grammar, so it is correct. And this approach is important in formal writing, academic language, as well as standard communication. We have already discussed the difference between formal and informal writing. Formal is more tended towards academics. So it is important there in academics, academic languages, formal writing, in applications and essays, etc. And it is also used in standard communication. Like in formal communication, we focus more on standard grammar. We are supposed to use prescriptive grammar. Now coming towards descriptive grammar. Descriptive grammar actually studies how people actually use language in real life. Like it is focusing more on the meanings rather than on the grammatical structure. It is the use of language in real life. That was the use of grammar for interpreting meanings or for communicating. Instead of judging language as right or wrong, it observes natural speech patterns. Like it is, we can say that it is a kind of natural grammar that focuses more on the speeches, that focuses more on the communication, that focuses more on the meanings rather than the rigid or dry or some certain patterns. For example, we have an example that is a many native speaker says gonna, wanna, or ain't. We have heard these words many times, and we can also get or interpret meanings from these words. But looking from a prescriptive grammar, these are considered as wrong words or statements, or if they are used in sentences, that would be considered wrong. But in descriptive grammar, from an approach of descriptive grammar, these are correct because I'm gonna do it. we have a sentence, I'm gonna do it. So it means that the meanings are clear, we can easily interpret the meanings, but gonna is not a standard word, not a standard grammar or a part of that standard grammar, so it is considered wrong. Descriptive grammar studies these expressions because they are commonly used in communication. Its main focus is real language use. Now the difference is very much clear. In prescriptive grammar, we were focusing more on the grammar, the standard grammar, the structure of sentences, the semantics and tactic aspects of the sentences, the phrases. While in descriptive grammar, the speaker is focusing more on communication, like the main purpose is just to communicate, not to produce or utter perfect sentences. Now, coming to communicative grammar. Communicative grammar is actually a bridge between these two approaches, the prescriptive grammar as well as the descriptive grammar. Communicative grammar is behaving like a bridge between these two approaches. Communicative grammar teaches grammar through meaningful communication and real life situation. It tells us to learn grammar through real life situations, like it is combining both the prescriptive and descriptive grammars. It is a combination of these both the grammars and focuses on the meaningful communication and real life situation. It also emphasizes interaction, fluency, context, and effective communication. For example, instead of only teaching the rule of past tense, the teacher may ask, communicative grammar is actually making you able to learn and to produce grammatically correct sentences in real life situation, like it is taking both the grammars, both the approaches towards a correct and a standard communication. For example, instead of only teaching the rules of past tense, the teacher may ask, what did you do yesterday? So the sentence is of past tense and the students are replying naturally that I visited my friend, I studied at university. Thus, learners practice grammar through communication. So these are rules of past tense that we have studied, that in past tense what we do, we use second or past form of the verb. The teacher has asked a question in the like what did you do yesterday? So the teacher has also used the past form of the verb in the sentence, and the students are replying naturally. Naturally means that they are not focusing that much on grammar and they are replying in the same sentence that the teacher has asked. So in this sense their grammar would be correct as well as the meanings are also clear. One of the students replied that I visited my friend, and the second replied that I studied at university. So the rule is that we have to use always the past form of the verb in past sentences. Past form means the second form of the verb. So coming to a relationship between or among these three approaches, these are that prescriptive grammar provides rules and correctness, it is clear. Descriptive grammar explains natural language use, it is also clear. And communicative grammar combines both by teaching correct grammar and meaningful communication. I have already mentioned that communicative grammar is acting like a kind of bridge between these two approaches. So therefore communicative grammar acts as a bridge between prescriptive and descriptive grammar. Yes, it is almost clear. To conclude, prescriptive grammar focuses on correctness, descriptive grammar focuses on actual usage, and communicative grammar focuses on effective communication. And the important part of it is these approaches is communicative grammar. We have to focus more on the communicative grammar as it is helping us in effective communication. Like we have subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement in this part, the descriptive grammar, the prescriptive grammar is used, but with the help of communicative grammar, what we do is we use actual or the real life situations to understand the grammar as well as to communicate the meanings. So it was all about these three approaches. If you have any question, you can ask.